Hi there, this is Dave Lorenzo with RainmakerLawyer.com, and today we're going to talk about delegation and marketing. That's right, delegation is essential to the marketing efforts of your law firm, regardless of what size your law firm is. So today we're going to talk about the 5 steps in effective delegation. Doesn't matter if you're delegating a very simple project to your legal assistant, or if you're delegating a complex matter to an associate or a fellow attorney. These 5 steps will help you get clearly focused on delivering the best results for your client and your law firm, as well as freeing yourself up to do whatever it is you need to do. Marketing tasks are often delegated, and these 5 steps will help you do it effectively. So, step number 1, tell the person you're delegating the task to why that task is important. This is a critical step, and it's often forgotten about when it comes to delegation. So many times we're so busy that we're running around like crazy and we just hand something to somebody and say, here, go do this. We must explain to the person who we're asking to complete the task why that task is so important. Very, 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 very important part of delegation is explaining why the task is critical to success. If the person understands why it's important, they're more likely to emotionally invest in the project, and that's what you're looking for. Step number 2, define the ideal outcome. So you're delegating a task to someone in your law firm. You must define what the ideal outcome is. So you must say to the person who you're delegating to, at the end of this project, I would like to see this. And when you do that, you help them picture what they're working toward. So that, combined with the why, gets them emotionally engaged and helps them really invest in the project. The 3rd step is to provide recommended steps. Now, this is something that we all always do. When you're delegating something to someone, you provide the steps that you recommend they follow in order to at least get started on the project. Sometimes you'll give them a whole written program for them to start and follow all the way through to the finish with the project, and that's fine. But you want to give them the recommended steps to at least get started on the project in order for them to get going. I mean, this is essential to delegation. So step number 4 now is observe them doing the task at least one time if it's a repetitive task, or observe them at least starting the task and provide them with a little bit of feedback. Constructive feedback. Don't criticize and never critique the individual person. Critique the actions or activities. So you want to provide objective feedback, at least on the initial steps at the outset of the process. Step number 5 is to check on their progress periodically. And checking on their progress just means going up to them and asking them how it's going, asking them if they need any help, asking them if they need any guidance, asking them if they need any input. It does not mean going through and inspecting things at each and every point in the process. Ultimately, what you're focused on here is you're focused on the outcome. You want the final product. You don't care about the steps in between. If you do care about the steps in between, then maybe it's something that's too important to be delegated. But focusing on the outcome is key, and getting the person emotionally invested is also critical. So, those 5 steps again, first and foremost, tell them why this project is so important. Step number 2, define the ideal outcome. Step number 3, provide recommended steps or benchmarks in order to get them started down the process of completion. Step number 4 is provide some objective feedback on at least the first few steps. And then step number 5 is periodically check on their progress and see if they need any input. Those are the 5 key components to delegation, and delegation is absolutely essential to having effective marketing in your law firm. My name is Dave Lorenzo, and for more great tips just like these, please visit me at RainmakerLawyer.com. Thanks for watching, and have a fantastic day.